Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television. And to discuss more about the PDP convention, which took place in Abuja, we're being joined by the Secretary of the party's caretaker committee, Senator Ben Obi. He joins us from our Abuja studios. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Senator Obi, in your own assessment, would you say this convention was a success, especially with the absence of some top guns in the party, especially Senator Alimodu Sharif?
Well, I think the convention that took place this afternoon was a great success. And both members of the PDP and non-members of the PDP, Nigerians at large in fact, were quite pleased and satisfied with the turnout of events today. And it's a clear indication that the PDP is back on ground and heading in the right direction. So the absence of people like Senator Ahmadu Ali Sharif did not really reflect in terms of importance to the party. This is the honest truth. Everybody that mattered and that really is a true member of the PDP, including those who were on the side of Senator Ahmadu Ali Sharif, were physically present across the states of the Federation that participated at the convention. So I think it's a question of time. Maybe when he recovers from the shock, he probably will find his way back to his state and then start to recover and be part and parcel of the mass movement which the PDP represents.
Today, the party dissolved the leadership in some states. Isn't that in itself an obvious call for more legal battles?
No, far from that. These are states that had parallel congresses, and then the leaders. The truth of the matter is that the major stakeholders of these states personally requested for the dissolution of the various factions so as to create a level playing field. And as a responsible party, we put the matter before the National Executive Council of the meeting of the party that took place yesterday. And it was a unanimous decision that these states, with their parallel excos, be dissolved and a caretaker put in place in preparation for proper, transparent congresses. And that was what was ratified today by the convention.
Senator Obi, your party is eyeing the center come 2019. But how do you hope to restore the confidence of Nigerians in your party?
Well, you see, we have tried in the last 1 year plus to assure Nigerians that it's no longer going to be business as usual. We have done all things in the PDP in the last 15 months in a most transparent manner. We have allowed the people to dictate to us what they would want done in their various constituencies and states, local governments, as it were. And once the people said to us, this is the way they will want the party run in their areas, and we look at it, we hand them over to them to do that. And that has given absolute confidence to all members of the party. And that is why you see everybody wanting to participate in the activities of the party. So we have tried within this period of time to restore confidence in the people of members of the PDP. Today, the delegates you saw came from all over the country. Not one kobo was given to any member to attend this convention. Members came with their own money, paid their hotel bills, and have gone back to their various states with their own money.
Thank you so much. The Secretary of the PDP Caretaker Committee, Senator Ben Obi. Ahead of the governorship elections in Anambra State, the All Progressives Grand Alliance ABGA has concluded the screening of Governor Willie Obiano after he submitted his nomination form on Friday at the party's headquarters in Abuja. Governor Obiano, who is seeking a second term in office, is attributing the success of his administration, which began in 2014, to innovative and prudent management of resources.
In less than 3 years and a half, we transform our capital, Oka. If you go there, you think you are somewhere in Dubai. That's a promise made, kept. You know, if you go into the area of agriculture, before I came in, we were not self-sufficient in rice. Today, we are self-sufficient in rice. Today, we export vegetables. We were not doing that before. Today, there's a demand for the export of yam. That didn't come before. So we're doing so much in those areas. The airports, we are doing an Erythropolis airport city. The airport city is going to be up and running in 3 years. That airport city will have a gas station there where the ATK that is coming from the refinery at Nsugbe will be sold to international flights. You know, so it's an Erythropolis. So this is a massive improvement.
Governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. And talking about Anambra State, the acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, sent a 5-man delegation there today to condole with the government and the people over last Sunday's attack at the St. Philip's Catholic Church in Ozubulu. The federal government is assuring them that the perpetrators would be brought to book.
The federal government's delegation was received by the state's deputy governor, Dr. Kim Okeke, in Awka, the Anambra State capital. They bring the acting president's condolence message to the people of Ozubulu as they mourn the gruesome murder of 13 members of the St. Philip's Catholic Church last week by unknown gunmen. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, who is also a former governor of Anambra State, leads the team. He tells the people about the government's commitment to fish out the perpetrators of the attack.
The federal government will cooperate with you in tracking down the assassins and the perpetrators of this act. We are also delegated to go down to the Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Dr. Hilary Okeke, to condole with him too.
The acting president wants the people to strengthen their faith in God and be diligent in their service. The deputy governor, on behalf of the people of Ozubulu and the state, expressed gratitude to the acting president and the visiting team for their concern. He also took time to give account of efforts by the state government and security agencies in tracking the killers.
It was a sad day. It was a really sad Sunday for everyone in the state, for the whole country. Something that we never expected to happen anywhere. That somebody will go into a church and kill innocent lives, people that went to worship. The governor had to get up early, but before he got there, the security apparatus of the state were already in place, did the initial investigation, and was able to advise the governor immediately on what they believe had transpired.
The condolence visit ended with the presentation of a 2-page condolence letter from the acting president to the governor of Anambra State. The police in Anambra State claim to have arrested some suspects linked to the murder, but have refused to reveal their identity.
To security matters in northeast Nigeria, the United Nations has resumed humanitarian activities in Borno State after it raised an alarm over an alleged diplomatic breach in its office at Maiduguri. This follows a peace meeting between the UN officials and security operatives brokered by the Borno State Governor, Kashim Shettima. The UN had announced the suspension of activities after soldiers raided a building housing UN officials, an action it described as undiplomatic. But the army claims it was not aware that the building belonged to the agency. Governor Shettima promised that his government will ensure the safety of aid workers and restore international protocol by all security agencies.
We installed extra additional flights, which we don't normally do on Saturdays, to try to catch up with those things that was left behind for 24 hours. But of course, I have to admit, any breakage in an operation like this will, as His Excellency said, will have effect on the people on the receiving end. So every hour counts. So I'm very happy to be able to say that we are now back into business.
In Borno today, what connects my government, the military and the UN is the challenge of humanitarian needs created by the Boko Haram insurgency. We all recognize that the plight of displaced persons and bringing an end to the Boko Haram is our shared priority and responsibility. It is this shared priority and responsibility that strengthens all of us to go beyond what happened and look into the continued task of supporting persons in need.
When the news at 10 returns, economic analysts forecast Nigeria's inflation rate to drop to 15.96% in July, ahead of the official release by the National Bureau next week. That's some business news. Join us again.